We're talking about your bedside alarm clock, not your fire alarm, silly. Tacoma faces El Paso in an 11:35 a.m. game at Cheney Stadium today. The weather should be great and we'd love to see you at the ballpark. Last night the Rainiers lost to El Paso, 11-6, and the team has dropped 2 straight games to get back down to the .500 mark on the year. El Paso was coasting along with a 10-5 lead in the bottom of the 8th inning when the fire alarm went off at Cheney Stadium. The stadium was evacuated for safety purposes. The players and umpires just kind of stood around and waited for the alarms to stop. It was really loud. At one point I looked out at the field and half of El Paso's players were sitting down at their positions, which reminded me of a Little League or T-ball game in which a bored right fielder sits down and starts looking at dandelions. Shortly after the fans had been evacuated to the parking lot, the alarm stopped and play resumed. But the fire department had to clear the building before allowing the fans back in, and that takes some time. In an eerie experience, the remainder of the bottom of the 8th inning and all of the top of the 9th were played with no people in the seats. No fans, no public address announcer, no music, just silence. The building was determined to be safe and the fans were left back in for the bottom of the 9th. It would have been amazing if after that oddity the Rainiers put together an incredible comeback, but that did not happen. It was only the second time I've heard the alarm go off since the ballpark was renovated before the 2011 season. Did the old Cheney even have fire alarms? Let's not go there. The first time was before the gates opened, if I recall correctly. This was definitely the first time the game on the field was affected by alarms. Former Rainiers reliever Jonathan Arrow was on the mound for El Paso when the alarm was triggered. From now on, he should claim that it was the heat from his fastball that set off the fire alarm. Rainiers round up yesterday, after Tacoma furiously came back from an early 5-1 deficit with a 4-run bottom of the 2nd inning. The Rainiers had just one hit the remainder of the game and lost to El Paso on Tuesday night, 11-6. Cameron Perkins went 3 for 4 with a triple and 2 RBI, and Taylor Motter had a pair of RBI singles. El Paso's Austin Hedges hit the go-ahead 3-run homer in the 5th inning. Roster moves. We expect some roster moves today. Today, El Paso, 23-23, at Tacoma, 23-23, 11:35. Opponent affiliation, San Diego Padres. Season series, tied, 3-3. Pitchers, RHP Jesse Scholtens, 0-1, 5.91, at LHP Ariel Miranda, 4-0, 4.21, hot hitters, Chris Herman has reached base in 14 straight games. Ian Miller has a 4-game hitting streak. Opponent news. After starting the season 15-5, the defending conference champions have lost 18 of the last 26 games. Shane Peterson has a 5-game hitting streak, and he is 8 for 18 with a homer against Tacoma pitching this season. 20-year-old second baseman Luis Urias is a highly touted prospect. Brett Nicholas is 5 for 9 in this series. Familiar faces. Former Tacoma pitchers Jonathan Arrow and Dylan Overton are members of the El Paso pitching staff. Their pitching coach Bronzewell Patrick pitched for the Tacoma Tigers in 1993-1994. Broadcast. The pre-game show starts at 11:20 on South Sound Talk 850 AM. The broadcast also streams online via the TuneIn app. Just click here. PCL Scoreboard. Follow all Pacific Coast League games in real time with links to game day screens right here. The Mariners suffered more injuries and still won another game, beating Oakland 3-2 on Tuesday night. They have won 4 straight and are a season-best 9 games over .500. MILB.com has a feature on El Paso reliever Robert Stock, who has had an interesting journey to AAA. Around the PCL home team in caps, Fresno 4, Reno 3 without closer Jimmy Sherfy. Reno used Braden Shipley to protect the 3-2 lead in the bottom of the ninth, and Fresno rallied to win, with Alejandro Garcia's two-run single ending the game. Las Vegas 10, Sacramento 7. Vegas used 13 hits, 12 singles and 1 double, to overcome Hunter Pence's grand slam and win at Raleigh Field. Albuquerque 4, Salt Lake 3. The Isotopes bullpen of Jerry Basto and Scott Oberg pitched 3.1 shutout innings to secure the win, putting Albuquerque in first place in the Pac South. Story from Albuquerque. Round Rock 5, Iowa 4. Express infielder Andy Ibanez homered twice, doubling his season total, and had the go-ahead two-run shot in the 7th inning. Omaha 9, New Orleans 2. The Storm Chasers banged out 15 hits and coasted to the win. Story from Omaha. Nashville 4, Colorado Springs 2. Starting pitcher Chris Bassett struck out 7 over 5 innings to earn the win for the Sounds. Oklahoma City 10, Memphis 3, 10. Don't think we can blame this one on the new extra innings rules. Tied 2-2 after 9 innings, Oklahoma City scored 8 runs in the top of the 10th inning. Kyle Farmer homered and drove in 4 runs.